The last thing we need to do before running an analysis is to install the titrant. The titrant for total chlorine is 5.64 millinormal phenyl arsenine oxide. It is simultaneously installed into the software, flushed through the burette, and calibrated from the AutoCAT keypad functions. Install a bottle of titrant onto the suction line of the titrator. The best way to do this is to actually hold the cap still and rotate the bottle counterclockwise. Make sure you put a waste beaker underneath the electrodes and delivery tip. From the main screen, scroll to the titrant screen to enter the burette functions. Scroll down to burette functions and press the check mark. Make sure the burette volume reads 5 milliliters. If it doesn't and you see a check mark, you're going to have to go down and install the burette. Scroll down to install burette and press the check mark. The burette will reset itself. And then you'll see the burette volume. Confirm that it's 5 milliliters. If it's not, press the check mark and go in and change it. You can then also enter the serial number of the burette. If everything's okay, press the confirm button. There you see it's 5 milliliters. We've confirmed that. And again, it prompts you that the burette volume is 5 milliliters and you have the serial number. Press check mark for OK. And the burette will reset itself again. Brings you back to the main burette functions menu. You can escape to get back to the main titrants menu. And now we want to go in and enter the titrant library and make sure the PAO titrant is set up correctly. Verify that the ID is PAO. The 5.64 millinormal. And then scroll down to Edit Titrant. And we want to make sure that the titrant concentration is as enter. You could also calibrate it, but we just want to enter the titrant concentration. So once everything's okay, press escape and escape again to get you back to the main titrants menu. Now we're ready to install the titrant. So scroll up to Install Titrants. And we'll go into the titrant setup. At this point we'll enter the lot number of the titrant, which you can usually find on the bottle. Enter in the lot number of the titrant. And then press the check mark to validate. Now we want to enter in the expiration date of the titrant. And it's important that this expiration date is sometime in the future. Otherwise you'll get a message error that's saying that you need to replace the titrant. And in this case we see that it's in January 2009, which is further than today's date. Confirm. And now what we'll do is we'll actually install the titrant into the tubing. So we want to press no rinse since we're just putting in a titrant that was already in the lines before, so we don't need to rinse it. You'll see that the burette starts to go through motions on the screen, and you'll also see it happening in the burette. The burette will start to pump and flush out the lines of air and put in fresh titrant into the titrant lines. This process takes about 2 minutes as it goes through several pumps to fill all the lines. Now we're back to the titrant setup menu. We press escape to get back to the main titrants menu, and now we need to calibrate the titrant by actually entering in the titrant concentration. Up at the top, we want to make sure it's PAO, 5.64 millinormal, and we go down and enter the titrant concentration. If there's a need for a username, you enter it here. In this case, we just confirm. And at the top, we see that the titrant concentration is 5.640 e to the 0 millinormal. Press the check mark to validate. And again, we can enter the certification number, which is usually the same as the lot number. Press the check mark to validate, and confirm that everything in that screen is okay by pressing 1. Now we're back to the main titrant screen, and you'll see that we have smiley faces all along the bottom of the menu, and we're ready to run analysis.